Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources. So at Republic Mod Monday today we have residential buildings, Swedish buses, and more residential buildings. We had around 45 to 55 maybe mods released in the last 7 days. There's a lot of maps again, so please go and check them all out. We have an amazing community with a lot of nice things to, well, get yourself. Check it out. So, let's get cracking with the Swedish one first. Volvo 7900E Gliwice by CJ Lube. Let's go with CJ Lube. Autobus PKM Gliwice Volvo 7900E. Now, it says on the side of the bus that it's electric, but since it has gas tank, I'm gonna assume that it still has to go to a gas station to refuel. I'm gonna assume that it also uses fuel for this. Now it's a great idea to have like modern electric buses, and Volvo being one of my favorite companies, car producers, definitely needed to be in this video. This is for your late games. This can be purchased using dollars. Really beautiful mod. We're gonna go and check out the price. So if we go to the dollar purchasing area, we can go for buses. We can go to the second page. $24,000 for this bus. Compared to some of the other buses, even bigger ones than this, we can just hover over it. It's 129 people. This one has 95 people capacity. Actually, I'm gonna criticize this. Usually these buses around this size have 40, 50, maybe 60 people capacity. I might be wrong there. And also, if this is an electric one, it should have also space for battery. I know that it's usually on top of the bus or below the bus, but in this case, I would still say that more realistic. I am not 100% sure. I did not check with the original design, but I would say that the capacity would be around 50, 60. I might be wrong. Please correct me in the comment section below. Now, really beautiful thing. If you want to learn more about this, you have a link in the description of the video. Now, let's get fancy. Classic Art Museum by Mr. Novu, a small art gallery exhibiting classical revival statues and paintings employing 10 workers and can accommodate up to 40 visitors. Added Venus Garden under monument. Okay, now, this is something fancy. I don't even think I belong here. This is, of course, a museum. We're gonna check the prices, but being Mr. Novu, that's something really nice. Now, bear in mind that this is Mr. Novu's mod, and when you're watching this, it could be something else added as well to this collection. Mr. Novu is gift that keeps on giving. Now, this model is, of course, really beautiful. I love it. This is something that is gonna be in every city I build. Okay, so let's see how it works. We have our classic art gallery. Let's go to tourism and let's see if we can find these fancy art galleries. Unfortunately, this is not the one. And here we go. Classic art gallery. You can see here that it cost 8,000 rubles. Compared to 29,000 for a bigger building, but this is definitely maybe because it's so fancy, I would say that it should be a little bit more expensive, just because it looks how it looks. It looks really nice and detailed, and the colors are absolutely gorgeous. It's top notch. Now, could be a little bit more expensive. Size of the building is much smaller than vanilla, and vanilla costs 3 times more, a little bit more than 3 times more, but definitely in the realm of realistic. Now, if you go to the end with all your mods, you can see here that we have the Venus Garden that has 1.8% government loyalty influence plus 1.8% and 110 meter range. That will be this beautiful monument over here. For more details, click on the link in the description of the video. Panel Housing P1.14 7.5 RP7 story by, okay, let's butcher it, Jachet or Yahet or Jahet. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, sorry about that, but this is a pack of 4 buildings in a panel system, the number of the building. You can find these in many cities in Slovakia, such as Košice or Nitra. I have friends in Nitra. 4 sections, 128 workers, 78% quality. We have the 4 sections again, 94 workers, 4 sections, 64 workers, and we have the corner section. It has 64 workers, but it has 82% quality, bigger floor space per building. So these are the buildings that you can see here on the screen. So the corner one has a little bit better living conditions. I have no I don't know why. Obviously, bigger floor space would be the reason that was listed there. But these are really, really beautiful models. Of course, they come with several different color schemes that you can make, that you can choose from. They're absolutely amazing. This is something that you're gonna see in my next Let's Play, actually. I'm gonna be using those. And of course, the last thing left for us is to check the realism of these buildings. Now, I'm gonna go, we always check, I love residential buildings, these are my favorite mods. I just want to say that I already know that the prices of the buildings in vanilla, they don't go over 20,000 rubles, 17,000 in this case, depending on where on the map you're building them. So we can go and compare it to the mod. So in the mod section, they will be called Panelax. I'm going all the way in the back because I have too many buildings. On the last pages of my buildings, you can see here that they are 64 people, 16,000 rubles. We have the 96 people is 22,500 rubles, and 128 people is 28,000 rubles. And is this the corner one? Yes, the corner one with a higher quality is quite expensive, 22,500 rubles ish. I think it's quite. I don't have to think. It's a quite realistic price. I think they even take more space than vanilla ones. So why would you choose these buildings? It's only because they're so beautiful. I would 100% agree. They're so beautiful, and I will also say that the quality of flats. Let's see here. 90. Should we be increasing the quality of these flats? For example, this building over here can house 127 people with 87% quality, and it's bigger than vanilla buildings. I think the quality of the apartments should be even higher, because they are much bigger apartments than vanilla ones, and of course more expensive. But anyway, it's up to you guys. I'm gonna be using this, but if you want to learn more, link description video. Palace Amusement by Mr. Novo, located in Ashbury Park, New Jersey, and originally constructed in 1888. Palace Amusement features an indoor carousel and other vintage rides. This attraction is open all year round. Yes, this is a really beautiful building, creepy AF. So I'm just gonna say, if you're a fan of Mr. Robot or like the clown horror shows and stuff like that, this is definitely mod for you, because it looks like it belongs there. But yeah, of course, it's an old building, and it would be a little bit, you know, worn down. Really beautiful model. Okay, so what can we say about it? First of all, it's of course an amusement park. We can find them in the tourism section. Let me just real quickly go and locate it. So it will be under amusement parks, carousels, Ferris wheels. It houses 20 workers and can have up to 100 people. Costs 18,000 rubles. It is in the ballpark of the carousel itself. It is a little bit cheaper, more affordable. I would assume that this kind of big building would cost a little bit more because it's an engineering achievement. So yeah, quite realistic. You're gonna see it in my Let's Plays. Right, Czechoslovak houses PS69-/2 minus set. Prefabric houses built in the South Bohemia in 80 years, so that would be in 1980s. Set includes houses 4 floors, 6 floors and 8 floors high. We're gonna cover them all. All buildings are non-collision. All buildings can be transparent. That probably means that can build through. I'm not sure. Transparent part, I'm missing something, but it doesn't matter. They are collision free, so that's how Oolykee likes it. By the way, if you because they are collision free, be careful that you place it on a next to perfect flat ground, because you're gonna have hovering buildings in the corners. Let me see if we have demonstration here. For example, this one is a little bit above the ground, the whole wall, so be sure to flatten them down before you use them. Okay, so let's go and check out in the mod section. We're gonna check it in the all mods all the way in the end, because that are the last mods I installed. You can see here the bigger ones, 112 people, have a price of 11,000. Okay, that's competitive. Let's see the others. Yeah, 13,000 would be the most expensive. I believe they would be fairly priced. Let's go and compare them to vanilla ones. 127. Yeah, it's more or less in the same ballpark. It could be a few rubles more or less. I'm not gonna go into those details now. I did install all the... Seriously? Is that the difference between the... What? Okay, okay, a bit better, a bit better. Yeah, I can see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, looks like it has three. It has three skin sets. I'm not sure why they're coming as a 3 different mods. I did subscribe to all of them. Just a heads up. If you want all the skin sets, you have to subscribe to all of the buildings as well. Now, these are beautiful panel buildings. Realistic price, something that you're gonna see in my Let's Plays. Now, look at this eye candy, Prefab Shagal. Prefab Shagal by Gorbachev. The residential complex Shagal -2, 11-story building, available height, 92 apartments, created according to prototype of the building for the Shagal residential complex in the city of Moscow through the standard building editor. Using the prefab apartments elements, textures from 3D Division, I draw the attention to the fact that for the connected display, it's necessary to subscribe to dependency. Right, I did already subscribe to that. Due to editorial restrictions, the building take up a large area. Yes, so I actually wanted to mention that. That is unfortunate. It takes a large area. I'm going to show you why. Not because of the building itself, but because of the... I think if you can make it non-collision, that would be much better. Then you can do whatever you want with the building. For now, you can see this brown area. I'm going to demonstrate that. It takes a lot of space. Now let's check the price first. If you go to the mod section, we have 38,000 for 184 people. This is obviously not cheaty because it's twice the price than any vanilla building, so definitely not cheaty. So you can see here how much space it actually takes. All this empty space cannot be used even after placing the building. Of course, you wouldn't be placing 2 buildings next to each other, or maybe you would, but you would want to make a park or something around here. So park would have to be non-collisionless or something like that in order to make it look a little bit prettier. Other than that, building is absolutely gorgeous, looks absolutely amazing. Not a cheaty price, but for more details, you're gonna have to go and check the link in the description of the video. I give you the invisible building, Ryugyong, and by Lund M. If North Korea can build it, so you can too. A gift from Kim, based on a hotel Ryugyong from the North Korea, Pyongyang, but unlike the original, this one can actually be finished. Well, I couldn't, but I'm gonna go into details. Functions as a hotel for tourists, 250 workers serving 3,000 tourists. Day and night transition has visual glitch, but only takes a few seconds. If you find any issues, please let me know. Okay, so I installed this mod, I subscribed to it, but I can't find it. Usually when this happens, it's because of the editing of the mod, and there's something visual, something 102, whatever, and I can't see the mod. I don't know if other people have the same issue. Or during the multiple edits was something changed and currently I cannot see it. But I'm pretty sure that by the time you're watching this video, because I'm recording this day before, you're gonna be able to see this mod. Other than that, I really want this included in this video. Unfortunately, you're not gonna see it here. For more details, you're gonna have to go in the link in the description of the video. That's, by the way, the triangular big Hotel of Doom of Pyongyang. When I went to college, when Oolykee went to college in 2001, that was the 20th tallest building in the world. I give you People's Republic of Chryja and by Pierre Doinic. Importante, you probably have to select public test from beta options. You know what, there's a whole description of this map, there's a history of this map, there's a role playing with this map. I'm gonna leave this to discover on your own, but this is really beautiful map. There's a downside to them, don't worry, to this map, but there's also a huge upside. First of all, upside, really beautiful map. Quite challenging with the terrain. If we press F2, you can see here all these red things. Big fashion no. You cannot build there. It's gonna be really challenging if you wanna level this whole area. As you can see here, we even have the border over here. Again, you're gonna have to go and check it out why the wall is with NATO countries. But anyway, it goes all the way to the sea here to the north. Now, as you know, this whole area has a variable border, it's not straight line. Okay, so let's go and check out the cities that you have here. This is Mstin. Okay, let's go with that one. Then we have Kleshchuv, Somomist. Okay, Podba. Okay, I'm not gonna go through this. And of course, you have a capital city over here, Vibjush. Okay, fine. Let's go with that. Okay, let's check out the map. So it looks like it's a peninsula, but tip of the peninsula is NATO countries. Of course, everything north of the blue line is also NATO countries, where you can trade with the ships. And you have a couple of border crossings with Soviet countries, couple of border crossings with NATO countries, and quite difficult terrain to build on. Now, positive thing, there's a lot of resources. First of all, coal, you can see it's plentiful, and all the sources of coal you have, they're 100%. I'm not a big fan of that, because there's, I don't want to say there's no 100% coal in real life, but I would prefer that it was a little bit more colorful, less than 100% coal. Iron is same as where you can find iron, oil as well. Some of it is underwater, some of it is on land, and then you have uranium in the North Island. Majority of uranium is located, but you can find them elsewhere, and the same for bauxite. Now, resources shouldn't be that big of a problem, but just a heads up, you can start with those. Coal is obviously, usually coal and oil are the first ones you go for, but that's up to you. Anyway, I think the terrain is challenging. I think the resources are plentiful, so it's not going to be so challenging regarding resources, but this is a really beautiful map that has 10,000 inhabitants, something to get you started with. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring in the comment section, hit it, and if you want to support the channel, I have the description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.